now it worked.
Okay. And no other weird stuff coming through my headphones? Or, I mean, my mic? Awesome. Oh, yeah, I heard they were doing a patch. Not like a massive change, and they probably did most changes to Chapter 4, which you haven't played yet, so. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to remember what I needed to open next. And for some reason, I started trying to open Steam. Actually, no, I know why, because you said something about the update, and then I thought about Steam, and my brain just mixes things up. And I called. Oh, hey, it says you're streaming Sunday Scaries. Start video call. Then turn off the camera and turn off the Mikey mic. Yeah. Yay.
All right, now we're going to go live here in just a second, and I'll get that running. Oh, we got to do the capture again because OBS updated. Yes, there it is. Okay. And then we got to add you in. Let's see here. Guest star 1. Oh, we got to do it on Twitch. Hang on. I got to say show on stream. Yeah, push guest.
I should.
There you go. We're in.
So I
We're in.
See.
Can you hear me still?
I can.
Good, okay. I wasn't sure if I move ever so slightly,
and
sometimes it cuts my mic out, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, also, is that
there was a little bit of clicking,
when I do popping? Okay, I'll try to keep it to a minute.
Yes, so welcome, viewers, to the Sunday Scaries. This is Scarlet Hollow Part 5, featuring Hanapengu. So we are still in Chapter 3, and we're going to see how we go from here. Let's load up the game.
It's the second half of Chapter 3, which means, well, there's still dinner at Reese's, but then we get to the exciting part.
I'm intrigued. Okay. Also,
generally speaking, like, the first half of every chapter is, like, daytime stuff is just socializing. Nighttime stuff.
Yeah, and actually Night in the Woods is a little similar. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that happens in the daytime, and it's sometimes a little spooky, and then May goes to bed, and then all kinds of wild stuff happens, so.
Fair.
I'm also trying out a new lighting setup now that I have the advantage to do, because I can just leave the door open to the other room, and that brings the light in from that side, which I think helps, so.
There.
Alright, here we go. Ooh. And then the game comes on and suddenly it's very bright, but what can you do? Alright. So we're at Stella saying, alright, shall we head out?
Oh no.
What's up? Can you...
I'm fine. I just, I turned on your stream and I forgot to mute the page.
Okay.
There was loudness.
Got it. The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Ooh. Spooky voice time. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? And there's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. False.
I mean, yeah.
Do not show up early to a dinner party and then ask to be entertained. If you show up early, ask to help, you know.
Yeah. Like, there's some types of friendship, like, if you and your friend have an established thing where that is known to be okay, that's fine, but don't assume it's okay.
Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Johnny, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Johnny updates.
My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend!
Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. There's no like hitching post they can just have her hang out and run around in the yard too. It's not like they're in a busy street. Anyway.
I mean, I could understand Stella not wanting Gretchen to just be out loose right now.
I guess that's a good point.
Situation.
The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights!
But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van.
You keep her safe from that monster, Johnny. You hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella.
Well, what about you, Johnny? Are you coming in? That's rude. I'm not doing that one.
Yeah.
I'll just say, oh, sure. Oh, sure.
No reason why not.
You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy, to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. Oh, hello, T'Pau. I know you can't hear, but thank you anyway. Okay. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. Hey, unsettling artwork hanging on the walls. You remember that house?
Oh my god, yes. Although, I'd say Reese's artwork is worse, but not by a lot.
Yeah, no, it was the one where they were eating the leg and then there was a person missing a different part of their leg. And you're like, that means there's 2 victims.
Yeah, he does definitely draw some stuff in that direction. But yeah, you know, just friends, viewers, just what you want to see at a house you're renting.
Yeah.
A painting of that.
So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. Just, I think in the background there, right over there, I think I see a magic bullet blender, and I appreciate that. So.
Yes.
But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you're up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all of his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering at their creator. Shouldn't that be sneering at? I don't know.
It's sneering out.
Oh, sneering out at. Okay, I missed the at. That's why.
Yeah.
Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, and I haven't been cleaning much. Okay, lots of explorers.
So, for this, some of them, if they sound like they're contradictory things, you might only be able to choose one of the two that kind of contradict, like the top two. But otherwise, you should be able to go through most of them.
I'll be polite. I'll say your mom really looks out for you. That's one way to look at it, I guess.
Now that's Kanika talking.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Actually, do you want me to take Reese for this just because there's a lot of back and forth?
No, it's cool. I just missed one. I'll be okay.
Yeah,
It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. It's like you said, she's just looking out for me. I can flirt with Reese. Whoa, okay. That seems a bit much right now.
Yeah, it's a weird
And like,
weird pickup line.
I'm lanky, pale dude enough for the both of us. Thank you very much.
Fair.
Yeah, I guess you have to wonder if isolating from your friends is really looking out for you. I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. Just a second, folks. Okay. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know.
It's definitely one of Stella's love languages.
I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. Yeah, it's tough when your dad, when your parent is your doctor, you know.
Yeah.
Usually there's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Conflict of interest things for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Hopefully this is not some sort of weird Munchausen by proxy thing going on, but...
I shan't.
Fair. So has Stella told you about everything that's happened in the past couple of days? Oh, she told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know... He gestures in futility toward the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? Hang on, sorry. Just... Okay, there we go. The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologize for. And I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts about the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares?
He meant that literally.
Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that they might have been seeing the same, or that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Hang on. Glasses are smudged. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. Oh, that's way better. Sorry.
Fair. I know the ways of smudgy glasses.
What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Blink meme. Alright. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Hope that's not soon. Do you think the town is doomed? Okay, there's music cues in this track that sound like something out of Night in the Woods. I'm just going to point that out.
I mean, spooky music.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just,
similar themes.
again, just really these best buds these two games are. Probably also Kentucky Route Zero, but I haven't played enough of that one to say. But
I don't even know that.
oh yeah, that one's interesting too. We can talk about it later. But,
Okay.
I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? Oh my god, guys. I love you dearly, but stop texting me. Sorry.
Oh no. I mean, you just
It's fine. It's fine.
temporarily put your phone
It's fine.
on silent.
It's on vibrate, and yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something urgent. That's all. But
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think's going on with Wayne? I'm already feeling this character voice. But that's okay. Who?
I'm okay. Right back. But
You know, that guy who's been following Johnny around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, though, for all our sakes. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Oh, we're back around all these. Okay, hang on. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Johnny's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. Okay. They didn't intend this. But I'm looking at it now and I'm like, okay. Troubles with a bunch of foods. Extremely tall and lanky. Skin problems. Unexpected life expectancy. Right? I think Reese has EDS.
Absolutely. You haven't even gotten to the elasticity.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. It's getting more and more common.
Yeah.
Which I mean, diagnosis of it is getting more and more common. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not gonna get better. Whatever time I have left is gonna be miserable. Oh dear. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Oh, hello, Merlin. Oh, guess what time it is, kids?
Kitty guest star?
Merlin, I don't have the talk to animals ability. I'm sorry.
I suspect, actually, you know what? I wonder if I would like animals better or worse. Like, more or less.
Well, it's a question of like...
I mean, if they talk to me like people, then I would probably get along better on the ones that are agreeable. Yeah. If they talked to me like toddlers, I would probably have about the same reaction that I have to toddlers. Which is,
okay. Yeah. Back to the other lighting. Okay. Yeah, he's told me enough, and I've got my diagnosis theory, so I'll go with this one. True, we'll all join the worms one day. We've just got to make the best of what we've got. Johnny gets me. This is a cat I can jive with. And not just because we look alike. Stella? Maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. So, your art. There sure is a lot of it. Yeah, it's kind of a compulsion. Being stuck down here all the time can be pretty frustrating. My emotions have nowhere to go, so they just writhe and grow inside of me and pick me apart from within. Yikes. But when it gets bad, I just pick up a paintbrush and let them flow out of me and onto a canvas. Like I can trap them somewhere outside of myself, at least for a little while. But they come back over and over again, so I keep painting. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. What was the, there was a Magnus Archives bonus episode about painting. Do you remember this one?
I'm not sure I listened to the bonus episode.
Okay.
I'm not remembering.
It was real good. It was real creepy about, like, a thing that was showing up in the painting and they kept trying to, like, paint over it or blot it out and scratch it out and it would keep coming back. It was...
I mean, sounds very Magnus Archives and very...
Yeah, no, it was one of the, it was one of the contest winner ones, so...
Fair, yeah.
No, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. Hey, sparsely populated late-night live streams! What's up, kids?
Relatable.
Yeah. Oh, we got reverb apparently. Hi, Artemisia. I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, no. I know guest star can be a little wonky sometimes. If it's just really mild reverb, I think there's nothing we can do about it, and that's just a Twitch thing. But if it's intense reverb, we should probably look into it.
There's a thing for this. Hang on.
It might be the thing where you have it... I know there's definitely a thing where I have, like, it shows it as two different audio sources.
Right. And the question is, does it... Yeah, we can try turning that off. Give me a second here. Okay. Try talking now. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Artemisia, tell me if that made a difference.
Because we definitely don't want it to be kind of intense.
Right. But did that make a difference? So let's see.
Oh, if you ever hear weird, like, poppy noises from my end, it's probably just...
Yep.
The sound of poppet is... that. I just held it next to the mic, so...
Yeah.
Anytime you hear a noise that is anything like that,
Okay, so now you're quiet because you're coming through desktop audio. Let me turn that up. And then I can turn the music volume down a little in here. So, 1 second.
yeah. Oh, that's... Also, I got a new poppet. It's big.
Nice.
This one makes a different sound.
Okay. So yeah, this should be better. You're much louder now, I hope. But we'll see.
Alright, well.
Okay, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I don't know how you do it still having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads. Knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them.
I feel like I might start running into those problems if I ever like went viral and got super popular, but I gotta admit, like, we're not at that point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during Ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. I'm going to try something with my mic. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we have improved the audio situation.
Okay. Hopefully that's slightly better because I was getting a little bit of popping and hissing on my end, and I just unplugged and replugged the mic. We'll see if that makes a difference. Alright. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Wow. Oh, not really. Damn it! Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's causing it, but...
It's okay. It's okay. As long as we're audible and there are no horrific issues that make it painful to listen to.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I mean, maybe I'll try turning my mic down a little? I don't know.
Fair.
We'll see if that makes a difference at all. Alright. Okay, movie collection. Let's do this one. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Bless their hearts. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though.
Tabitha is so mean to poor Tabitha.
I mean,
not that Tabitha has never done anything to deserve it, but...
Yeah. You want to come go sunny with us tonight? Oh, wow, you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. It's quite a movie collection you got. Any Rex? Let me think. Oh, you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away.
It's
Recent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. Maybe we could do a movie night later this week. Is your mom gonna let us? I don't see why she wouldn't. It's just a movie. Oh my god, yes! We haven't had a movie night in years. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? As if on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up.
Okay, it had been bothering me and I'd never remembered to look it up, but I've been wondering for a while if that's a real movie or a made-up one. I think it's a made-up one.
Okay, but it's very similar to a lot of real ones, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, this one got, I screen captured this one. I might put it as a background thing somewhere in my stream. On my page.
Yes.
Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I never remember to. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll ping you. I'll try to remember to ping you too sometime.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc.
I'm allergic to soap and I can't wash my hands.
Just go wash your hands. Hey,
I mean,
this is the first time on the Sunday Scaries where we've been able to wash our hands.
It's true. You actually do get to wash your. Well, okay.
Okay, let's see.
I'll let you finish first.
No, you're saying anything here. It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an old door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door, 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 open the door. Oh my gosh. I can't read all of these.
Yeah, I figured you'd get there on your own.
When I saw the slider at the side, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I choose this open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Hanapengu, can you see the chat?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay, good.
I can't remember to look at it, but it's right next to the game screen share.
There's something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands.
Yes, this is what I wanted to wait to comment on. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'll wait. I'll still wait because it's not done yet.
You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing
And
yourself...
that's it. That's it, where it's like, the spooky stuff tries to pull you away from washing your hands, but nope! The actual, literal doctor, Dr. Kelly, is here to be like, wash your damn hands.
Hooray!
And makes you do it, so in this game, you do wash your hands.
Yes, no, that's... I still find it funny that that's my can you pet the dog of video games, is can you wash your hands? Okay. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Oh, that's good, Artemisia. I like that. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. What is this, the cheapest catering option on a movie set? Kanika anxiously picks at her food. What's that?
I was gonna say, it sounds like a perfectly lovely dinner to be honest.
Right, no, but like specifically like plain spaghetti with like basic red sauce and a light green salad is part of the most cheap catering package you can get on film shoots. When you're getting a catering package and not just doing the Trauma Films thing of getting a giant drum of goldfish crackers and telling everybody to eat out of that, you know.
Oh God, I hope people don't actually use it as a total meal replacement.
Well, I mean, sometimes you're desperate, but you know. Anyway. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze.
Fun, chill
That's a
dinner
tableau.
with friends.
It does really, that image is evocative of everything that was just described, so.
Oh, yeah.
She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Should you be concerned given the dinner you had? I don't know, Artemisia. I feel like yours might have had a little bit more pizzazz. Anyway. Pills.
I had spaghetti for dinner, but it was fancy sauce.
Very nice. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep.
Right there, Artemisia baked the bread.
Yep. And like, they baked the rolls, but they were from a kit, so, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They weren't coming over. They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, you can straight up accuse of
Munchausen by proxy syndrome, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They call it factitious disorder in this.
Fair.
Which is, I guess, another name for it.
Yeah. About Reese, small talk, let's do about Reese. There's so many options here, jeez. God, does no one in this town have two parents? Mean. What exactly does he have? No. Must break your heart. How can I see your son in a world like this? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's 3 versions of the same thing, basically, those 3.
Yeah, but one's tactful. I'm gonna go with that one. Gosh, it must break your heart having to isolate yourself from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Ow, jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, we're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? Hanapengu, you got a T emote in
Yes,
chat.
Artemisia. Noted.
Okay, good. You can kick me all you like, but it won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. Stella, in a single line of dialogue.
It's true.
You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. That's long enough for those pills to take effect. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. What's the small talk? Oh, you have to lie and say the food's good? That's sad.
I know, right? But it looks perfectly nice to me. but I guess I don't actually have eyes.
What we're still like Nico like as kids. Noisy and messy, like all kids. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eye, like she's glimpsing back to some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering from their defensive place by her ears. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. The glimmer of joy at the corner of her eyes fades, her glamour returns in its place. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Don't you think the doc didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit.
Oh my gosh! I don't think I'd ever noticed that you're a doctor. Have you ever seen a dead body?
I have.
It's possible that's new, or I've just never seen it.
I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not doing that character this time.
No, but I love that there's that edit.
Yeah.
Even if regardless of when it was added.
I might have done it if it had stopped before the I have.
Oh, sure, but normally it does, but I guess if you've seen Duke die.
We'll go with my cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who wasn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She has tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Oh, so she's a ruthless exploiter of the working class and an anti-Semite. Great.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that the anti-Semite is not what she's admiring them for.
About Henry Ford specifically, yeah, one hopes.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, yeah, he got tricked into being an anti-Semite. Not that makes it okay, but still.
Yeah.
He fell in with a bad crowd. Anyway, that's even worse. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to commit for her yearly physical. Especially since her aunt and now her mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. Anything about the danger that looks good? A little weird, but have you seen any strange? Have there been any strange illnesses running around town? Took 3 runs at that one. It was such a basic sentence too. Oh well. What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Johnny ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Yay, HIPAA. Let's see here. That should be did you know. Did you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne. Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Johnny around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Speaking of police, have they contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last I heard, they still haven't found it. Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No, Duke, he definitely died. I saw the footage. And I saw it for myself, in person. So did Johnny. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Stella said it was those things in the woods, the ditchlings. They made a misfire. Ditchlings? Oh, I see this was one for your... Yeah, oh, I see. This was one for your little videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lend any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt that something happened to him, but I'm pretty sure there were no ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mom. Outside my windows at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? Are you sure they aren't just raccoons, or... Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced toward her son, before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. I think we're done. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Johnny's still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends might have been too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have my friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. The pills are kicking in. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Okay, I thought he actually faded away for a moment. I was like, holy shit.
No, he ran.
Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now's when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. He seemed fine before dinner's pretty rough. I don't know something's up here. Both of those are kind of accusatory. I don't want to be accusatory. I will go with he seemed fine before dinner because she can play that one off. Alright, here we go. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he is very much not fine. Now leave. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon.
So this was interesting because there was definitely some changes, I think, with the most recent patch. Like, I mean, I think there were small changes, but like, I have played through this game enough times to have 100% achievement completion rate. So I'm pretty confident when I say that a couple lines got changed.
Dr. Kelly, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's cool. I like seeing stuff like that.
Yeah. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Ooh, there's a keen eye option. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all it's got going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for both of them to go through. If anyone's afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly's good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We should probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun's setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action.
Ghost action.
Stella hurries off down the hall, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But before you enter, a pair of figures in a nearby bush catches your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the ditchlings grow bolder. Can we spy him?
Ditchling.
Is that one there?
Yes.
Nice.
There's one other.
Oh, and there. 2 of them there.
Oh, yes. Oh, so those 2. But like,
And
oh
up
man,
here.
there's one like on the roof, yeah.
Yep. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Scott, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library, it's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you are here sooner than I expected. I hope dinner went okay. Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Wow. I don't know if they did that intentionally. That is almost entirely the exact inventory list of Phasmophobia. Like, you can't carry all of that by yourself, but that is almost all of the possible items that you can carry into a haunt in Phasmophobia.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, it's the ghost hunting kit.
Yeah, no, like EMF reader, check. Digital thermometer, check. Spirit box, yes, absolutely. And God, like all of it. Oh my God. Anyway.
And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel.
Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. That's a later addition to Phasmophobia, in fact. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? In your converted mystery hunting van? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. This is how she got around the inventory limit.
Fair.
Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. See, she knows that inventory limit's a thing. I may have never found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you can make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Yep, accurate. Sure thing, always happy to offer a hand or two.
Yeah, no, the more you comment on it, the more I'm like, maybe that actually is an Easter egg.
I'm willing to bet that's a sly reference. Because again, much like people who play Scarlet Hollow would enjoy Night in the Woods, people who play Scarlet Hollow would probably enjoy Phasmophobia as well. So
That tracks.
anyway, glad there'll be someone else with a level head here tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Well, you really covered your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to try to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while you were in there? I'm just saying, everything seems possible right now. Sorry, anything seems possible right now. Here we go. I've got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside and on the roof. Who knows how many more are lurking around here? Actually, hang on. Can we spot any here? I think we've got too many people in the way.
I don't think any of them have come inside anywhere yet.
Are those the monsters you saw in the woods? Just once, I'd actually like to see some of this stuff myself.
No,
Trust
don't worry,
me,
Avery.
you don't.
You'll get your chance. You'll get your time.
Nice. If Sybil's right, then we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. That one's cute. There could always be a rational, non-supernatural explanation when I saw last night, like aliens.
Like aliens. Yeah, no, you range in responses to total believer to total skeptic to aliens.
Hey man, I saw ghosts last night, so I'm gonna say the mines were full of ghosts last night. After all my fruitless ghost hunts, I basically convinced myself that ghosts weren't real. But last night we saw some really convincing evidence. Especially those figures you mentioned. Though I'm still 50-50 on whether or not they were cryptids or ghosts. Hopefully whatever happens tonight will help clear that up. I can't wait to wander through Oscar's house for a few uneventful hours before getting Rosalina tucked into bed. I could use a nice quiet night after everything we went through. Now, that'd be too bad. I was kind of hoping to see a ghost. Maybe it'll be a happy medium between no ghost and deadly spirits of vengeance. A Casper situation might be nice. I envy your optimism here, but I suppose it won't be long until we get to the bottom of things. Wait, we were doing a voice for Zane. Jason Mendoza, there we go. Yo, don't rush off Ghostbusting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts.
My oh my, this certainly is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else.
You don't have to be faster than the ghost, you just have to be faster than the slowest other person. That's the rule of Phasmophobia. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us when she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me.
Hey, human, kick ghost ass, okay? I missed my special treat.
Oh, Pixel. Okay. Wait, what was for Bear's Artemisia? I think the delay ruined that, so.
Oh, yeah.
You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading toward the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect.
Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you?
Rosalina? I thought you were at Alexis's place.
Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up?
Yo.
You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house.
I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there. I mean, Zane's coming. It's not like tonight's an adults-only event. That's a different connotation than you meant.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's got
I mean,
a good
I
point,
never
Mr.
saw
G.
that, but I
Yeah.
don't tend to notice these things. Yeah, I don't want to be coddled just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. It's best to give this pup the chance to face her obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me.
Oh, about running. Yes, Artemisia. What is true for bears turns out to be true for ghosts as well, though it's more about hiding than running. You don't have to be the fastest one to hide, but you do have to be the least, not the slowest to hide.
Yeah, we can totally handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis, very confident.
Okay. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay?
Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back.
Oh my gosh. It's the exact same thermometer from Phasmophobia. I'm just saying.
Oh, fair. I mean, I think that's what those types of thermometers look like.
No, but I mean, it's yellow and everything. Like.
Sure, but I've seen one in real life that looks like that.
Sure, but I think it's an intentional move, but.
Fair.
Yes, a town full of overprotective parents. A town full of overprotective single parents, as it turns out.
Yeah.
You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit uncomfortably on wooden furniture. Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. Oh, I like the cat bookends.
Yeah.
Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment's picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Hey, achievement unlocked. The gain's all here.
Yes. That's the, you got all of the possible ghost hunters.
Good. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Tammy! Great. She's here. Wow, Johnny, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Johnny, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? What? I like her. We're friends.
I
That was
love
a cute little...
Tabby's
Yeah, that look. It was very
smile.
That the like she got one over on Kanika. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what? Like it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Johnny, you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have such drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around.
Oh dear, could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill.
Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does, I definitely feel that. Same, I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are always sometimes colder than other parts of the house.
I mean, usually not a sudden several temperature drop, but...
Right, and like with those thermometers, you kind of have to be pointing it at an object to get a good read, so like it's tough to get ambient temperature. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity.
Is that it? This isn't very scary.
Oh, that's like the one thing that was missing was still camera. But anyway. It's a valid question. Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it?
I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out.
I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library.
Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost.
Gosh. Alright, gang. I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues.
You might actually get an achievement for that, unless you've already gotten it.
This is the first time I played through this part, so...
Well, I mean, like, basically, if you make a Scooby-Doo reference anywhere in this chapter, you get a achievement for the Scooby-Doo reference. And I don't remember if you've done one before.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go for the achievement.
I want to make the Ghostbusters reference instead, where they'd be like, we should split up. And then Bang was like, yeah, we can do more damage that way.
Ha! I like that.
We're wasting our time here. Scott said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yes, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up.
She really does not like Oscar.
She doesn't like parents.
I mean, yeah, that too. Well, she likes Dr. Kelly.
Right, but yeah. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Again, this is the great moment from Ghostbusters where it's just like, alright, so now what do we do? It's like, I have a plan. I know exactly what to do. And they sneak up and they're like, ready? Get her! And then the thing, scares them. Get her! That was your big plan. Get her. I loved it. It was scientific. Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion. Assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave.
I like that. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something?
Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. They were made in 1956 by Hasbro. I don't know why anyone's scared, And That sounds like fun to me. We might as well give it a try, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse.
No. Ouija boards are not invented by Hasbro. Okay, sorry, I had to look it up to be sure. The Ouija itself was created and named in Baltimore, Maryland in 1890.
Okay.
But the modern day, yes, you can buy the board as a marketed by.
Oh, thank you, Artemis. Yeah, throw send us the link either, probably in the Discord, I guess would be a good place for it. That way it sticks around. Anyway. This one's you, Hanapengu.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted by the chat. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out.
Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. There's the stain.
Yep.
Ooh, spooky narration. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain.
Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Don't be a narc! Like, what the hell? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. I mean, like, did you check under the carpeting to see if there's something?
Nope. They'll bring that up.
Yeah. Like, again, like, you bring a plumbing and heating engineer on every ghost hunt and they explain 90% of what's going on. So.
Fair. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here.
Maybe we have to scrub it out first? Could that be the paranormal stuff we'll activate if we give it a reason to? Oh, good idea. I have never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet tab, though. I mean, you could if it was white, I guess. Whatever. How am I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If you're offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest.
You've been open about talking to animals so far, so it's not a bad option.
I mean, you can also just say that it's blood.
Yeah.
I think y'all are focusing too much on cleaning this thing and not enough on what it's made of, which is blood. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Johnny Stella was suggesting. I don't know, ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain?
And there you go. Someone brings it up.
Yep. The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take it to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Stella, you need tools to do that properly, otherwise you're going to damage the carpet and your hands. But... Nice. Oh, sorry, just checking the chat again. Thank you, Artemisia, for putting the link in.
Yes. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all.
A crying statue in India caused by a leaky toilet. Yeah, sure, makes sense to me. Oh dear. You're okay.
My speaker alarm was.
You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. None of us are in Narc here except for maybe Tabitha, and she'll behave herself.
She won't tell if you don't want her to.
Just a second. Okay. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it is stained in reddish brown. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. Oh, what if... Oh, sorry, that's you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there?
Got all those terrifying stories of the people who move into a house and then find a crawl space with, like, recently eaten snacks in it and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it looks like there's a jute under the carpet from what I can see, but I don't know.
Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here.
There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone really doesn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment's made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy, and it's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped up. Pet peeve. It's either stepped or set foot, not both. But so I will choose set foot. It's been a long time since anyone set foot into the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. So there must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house.
They've decided to go more atmospheric.
But yes,
No
sorry,
reason.
that is a thing that bugs the heck out of me. It happens in
fair.
pro wrestling announcements all the time, is they keep saying stepped foot. And I'm like, no, it's pick either stepped or set foot. Stepped foot is obvious. You would only ever step with foot.
Oh no.
Anyway. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. You did?
Oh yeah.
Well, you tested it wrong.
I think he says the blood type as well at some point. I recently made Tom do a blood test.
Okay. For what?
Because we didn't know his blood type and it bothered me.
So
I finally thought that there's like, no?
Interesting.
Is that a thing that's usually on your driver's license?
It
really?
used to be.
Okay.
Part of the,
he never knew it.
Yeah,
so
no, it used to be because that way they would know immediately what blood to give you a transfusion with on site if something happened and stuff like that. You know.
Well, yeah, and it was bothering me to not know his blood type, so I asked if he'd be willing to do. We just bought one of those like less than $10 ones on Amazon.
Kits. Cool. I mean,
so
like,
now we know he is A positive.
A plus indeed.
Yep, and so now he's immediately started joking that he has A+ blood.
Yep. Okay, so Tabitha and Kanika just said that you're doing it wrong at the same time, but...
oh, yeah. Last time we tried to do that, there was like a delay even between us, so...
Yeah. But anyway...
Alright, I think I've gotten it as spooky lighting as I can get.
You're right, Artemisia, that might be state-specific. It also might just be a thing they used to do in the old days before photo IDs. I have no idea. But... Anyway. It can't be blood, right? Kanika is right. You got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there.
I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there.
Have you considered they might have tried sealing up because it's unsafe? Wouldn't be the first time we went in an unsafe hole in the last 24 hours.
It's true.
Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. What? You come into Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is feigning some kind of weird family thing? Is there like a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? No, Scarlet's house is in front of us. Didn't we just leave? I'm just being misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Scott's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. Oh, the picture was on the wall.
I didn't want to interrupt your flow, so I
that's
also
fair.
responded in chat.
Okay. I just assumed that suddenly they were in some sort of flashback or dream sequence together or something, but anyway. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Also, you're in a labyrinth from Madoka Magica all of a sudden.
Oh, man.
Right down to the different animation style. This... Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Do you share a blood vessel? Like, yeah, anyway.
It's like sharing the brain cell?
Right, it would have to be. Yeah, do you see the creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens that Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Yeah. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? What?
I was gonna say, that jump scare, though, it's the first jump scare in the game, and it got me real bad.
Well, I mean, other than the gun going off in Chapter 1.
Oh, that's true. But
yeah.
this one was meant to be a spooky jump scare. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out who dosed them later, but maybe it's not even that. Also, I like the black goat. That's a nice callback to Mundane.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing on my property?
Back. Woof. Back.
Huh? Holy shit, Stella, you scared me. Yeah, cut it out. That's a bad noise for a neck to make.
Lots of bad noises.
Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You gotta be kidding me. No, you're Stella. Yeah, quit trying to scare us. This ghost hunt thing is over. I'm taking my cousin home now. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Am I supposed to memorize lines or something? Maybe this is all part of one of Stella's videos. God, I hope it is. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you that she is keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She is in agony.
I
can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up! How do we snap her out of this? I don't know. Is there a bucket of water somewhere? You should just get out of town while you can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'm not feeling particularly powerful here. I'll go with this one. Let her go, please. Wow! She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have just taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. Hey, there's a unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
We got a unicorn, we got a Baphomet, got creepy statues in the garden, at our house, got a bird. I don't know what else is going on here.
Definitely chock full of symbolism, but I don't get like a fraction of it.
Do you need to hold my hand? Are you scared? Hold my hand, I'm scared.
Oh no, I love the one that's below both of those.
Yes, not because either one of us is scared. Yes, we should hold hands, for safety. Not because either one of us is scared. Certainly not that. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us getting separated again. She takes your hand. It trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, alright? The two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Just open the door. You step forward and open the door. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... what? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. That?
Junior, pack your things! Quickly, hurry!
Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. I mean, yeah, certainly a sacrificial lamb up in the top corner, next to him, Sideways cross? That's a new one. Creepy marionette with the strings being pulled from underneath. Yeah. Scary stuff moving in the painting. Oh, that's the same painting of the dude being run out of town on a rail, and look at all the angry ghosts there. That's interesting.
That's a window.
Oh, well, okay. It's a window to the tableau from the painting. Anyway.
Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family.
Charlie and now Junior? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person.
Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little more time. They were only children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury.
Oh. Yep. I see. The collapse, Junior leaving, Charlie returning. It's starting to come together. Great! Mystery solved. You can let us go now, Ghost.
Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up.
Oh, good call.
You, lady. What?
Oh, sorry. Just, out of means, I called that the bloody pickaxe, which is another good spot.
And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours?
God, this sucks. I can't imagine what it must have been like to be driven out of your home like this. Maybe it wasn't actually this bad. Maybe it's exaggerating things.
Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave.
You quietly continue listening.
It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you.
Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. Hey, that ditching got way closer. And the shadow person is gone. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Split angel up at the top. Trying to see if anything else is of particular note. Another cross on the ground. But it's not just a cross, it's also the shape of the marionette string holder.
Yeah.
Artemisia, I don't think it was just enforcement of gender norms. I think it was also that it was a class comment because Junior was getting to be a rich aristocrat child instead of having to work as a child laborer like so many people in Scarlet Hollow did, including that person's child who had died in the mine. But yes, could be both. We're in hell. We've both died and we're in hell. Who did you call earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. Call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we do now? So it's like, what do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least it happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. These things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. Creepy dude. Bugs. Ditchling. A weird hand thing? I don't know what that is. It's like a finger here, but a hoof here. I don't know. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to let us, to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edward Dean, haven't you? A lot of options here.
Yeah.
Kanika, I'll get you out of here, I promise. Don't waste your breath trying to talk to them. No, they can probably hear. They just can't speak. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts, just think of how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Looks like there's more to this haunting than the collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information. And it really has nothing to do with me. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Can I do both of these, or do we just get one?
You can do explore, and then you can choose one of the keen eyes.
Okay. What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Okay. I like this one. Has there been some kind of theme with the possessions? Like who's playing what role? Stella was Edward Dean. Rosalina seemed to be the guy's mom. Alexis was some angry townsperson. And Kanika is some nosy old lady. If there's a pattern here, I'm not seeing it. Maybe it'll be clearer once we've seen the full ensemble. Yeah, maybe. The powers that work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to set foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. The symbolism of these rooms could be helpful. I think I can parse some of it. The flies and the flowers could symbolize something that looks like it should be sweet, but is actually rotten. Do you know what some of the other stuff is? No, and I don't see how this helps us. It's obvious that no one should trust this lady. I mean, just listen to the way she talks. I don't need a fly-infested flower to tell me something's up with her. That's where you'll find them. You need her there, then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the Resonant clearly doesn't want me here. What? It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Ugh. Ah! Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? We're here.
That dishling got fished.
That's rude. Oh, hey, it's Tabitha's ex. Hey, Wayne, you want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it. Let Johnny speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Johnny. Why can't you just do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. So Wayne is connected to the ditchlings. He knew something about them. I don't know anything about that, and I don't care to find out. But if that gets you to stop engaging him in conversation, then sure, he's connected to the ditchlings, and he's super evil and bad, and talking to him will curse you. Or whatever it is those things are supposed to do. Oh dear. That's a lot of booze in a sad hallway leading to a sad room with a ditchling looking over a sad body and another one at the feet of the bed. And a scary shadow man on the rafters and another ditchling on the roof and a lot of iron girders that don't seem to connect to anything. Anyway, the two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. What's with the cow? Anyway. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So Oscar is Charles Sr. Yeah, Charles Shaw Sr. You should probably know about him by now. Everyone in Scarlet Hollow knows about him. Charles Shaw, surrounded by wine bottles. Coincidence? I doubt it.
I had no idea about that connection until someone told me, like, recently.
Was it me? Did I tell you?
It might have been you.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was definitely someone else.
I know we talked about it on stream, so...
So it was almost certainly you.
Yes, okay. But they don't know about his son. No, they don't. This is honestly the first time hearing about the guy. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. You know what they say about history. It's written by the winners. And Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. As if the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mine to recover. You're right, I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may not have run me out, but that didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Do you think that's why he was getting close with Edwardine? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it doesn't look like it panned out. Damn it, boy, I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. Stand in silence. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. His ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Follow her. You find yourself pressed... Oh, wait, sorry. I just saw in the chat. Hello, Pukura. But,
Oh, no!
hello and good night. Yes, feel free to catch the VOD later or what have you. Anyway, you find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Scratchy ghost. Ditchling, ditchling. Everything else is what they described. Oh. Statue of Baphomet riding a horse. Okay, and then a unicorn up here. Right. Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Are the bars metaphorical, or are they real? You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if any of this did happen, who's to say it's even close to an accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? The Forbidden Wing is a bunch of old rooms that are dangerously run down. I don't have much perspective on what they were like in their heyday, but going off what they're like today, that'd be a terrible place to keep a prisoner. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little tryst bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out. Tabitha's eyes go wide. Wait, I'm gonna be a deity? Shh. Way to talk, I think this might be important. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside, you'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Wow, I think I remember seeing something like this in your stream at one point.
Probably.
This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of this is real and how much is metaphor. Stop talking, we might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town, now. Wish I could. You can't take her with you, it's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? Guessing he doesn't do that. Yeah, in which case this Charlie guy has nobody to blame but himself. You hear that, Ghost? You had every warning. You could have just left. But you've been talking to the witch then? How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella? A lot of play along options here.
Make you feel like you're in control. So once you're done with this, you should totally watch my mystical run.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But anyway, Eddie, what the hell is going on here? How does it know that? What? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Can we talk now? What do you want to know about this place? What do you know about this place? All that, I just started looking at the wallpaper and that's a lot. Sorry.
Oh, fair.
I mean, this almost certainly is the estate, and whatever we just saw probably happened in the Forbidden Wings, just based on the location of the windows. That half of the house has been off limits for over a decade. I don't know what we just saw, okay? And I know what it sounded like there, but Charlie isn't related to us. I know that much. I think. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you through an indecipherable... Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table.
Baby voice, by the way.
Hmm?
It's commented on... Sorry, that was not clear without context. It's commented on that in this scene, Stella is doing a baby voice.
Weird. Okay, good to know. I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room.
Yep.
They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. We've got to be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end things on. Can't believe the ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put it on a shelf for people. Oh, so that's why everything's been moving so weirdly when they've been possessed, right? He's got a thing with puppets, specifically marionettes. Yeah. He sure does. A traveling show? And you want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks is the most beautiful place in the world. Again with the beach. The beaches are nice, I get it. If I ever get a vacation, it's where I go. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks, and they're gone. Oh, wow, the big feet I just noticed. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the innocent goat, lamb, I guess.
It's to further indicate that they were
Yep.
little
And they
children.
were small children. Oh, the cornhusk doll there. Yeah. Yep. There, are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you. I said before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Thanks, I hated it. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. The trapdoor. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one else is going to open it? I'm scared. Me too. I mean, it's implied that the puppet master is Charlie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Or the ghost thereof.
Yeah. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Hey, that's that seal.
It's a different
Oh,
version
different.
of it, but yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the design is different.
It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
We can be happy to get...
Yeah, content warning. Violence, murder, etc.
Eddie? Oh.
Oh, and unpleasant sounds.
Oh god. I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Did you see the tear running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know. We only saw one side of the story. Isn't only one side of the story what the Scarlets have been giving since 1918?
Oh man, her face.
Gorn? Yeah. Shut up. What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? I mean, I'm sorry you died as close as we're gonna get. Because sympathy is not the same as culpability, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you died. Don't answer it! You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die.
I want to die. Please. I have been alone in the dark for so long.
All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying?
My life was stolen from me.
I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. It is absolutely not fair. You gotta be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. Yes, Scarlet? Okay, sorry.
Kitty.
The sins of the father
Are to be laid upon the children. Which is total bullshit. I hate that.
I don't buy into it either. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! I don't understand.
You will live a shorter life.
And I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. That's not justice.
No, right?
I will finally die.
I will leave this house at last.
How much shorter will my life be? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't. Sorry.
Just as it wasn't for me to know.
One day, sooner than you'll die. And what happens if we refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I am owed. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others, they're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Take us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. Ooh.
This is your big decision of the chapter.
Save. In fact, yeah. Alright. Can I mean, there's that warning about not being able to save everyone and not maybe even being able to save yourself. And I'm thinking this probably has a lot to do with it.
Unless you have the right trait.
Yeah.
Every chapter the choice is there's no good answer.
Mm-hmm.
You only get out of jail free if you've got just the right trait for the situation.
Yeah, so do I damn Tabitha, do I damn myself, or do I damn the entire town? I'm gonna go with my beliefs. Say neither of us goes a damn thing. We're leaving.
That's my favorite option, personally.
Yeah, you heard Johnny, Sybil. Neither of us are compromising with this thing. Now, can you get us out of here? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if all of your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly, the sounds and tactile sensations of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partially awoken from a terrible dream. Good, now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palm meets wood with a solid thunk. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. I found it! You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. You place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again. Its powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. You continue. You feel the door frame under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. We're almost out. I knew it. I knew this ghost wasn't a big deal. I might be overstating it a little bit, but anyway. It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and the library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back in focus. Yeah, probably very intentional Orpheus and Eurydice vibes out of me, Gio. The doors! Come on, Shiny, we're almost there. You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. Ooh, we got the sins of the father and shall not be visited upon the son. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Hey, no ditchlings. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality, I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It's spread from the annex to the entire building. Anyone who sets foot in there might be subjected to its torment. Not my problem. Not Johnny's problem.
This was the first time where I started being like, excuse you, Sybil? I do not like how casual she is about Tabitha. You should just sacrifice a decade. You know, who knows how much of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't banishing the ghost, it was appeasing the ghost. There's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
And you have no guarantee that it would keep its word. Like...
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't want anyone else in town to have to experience that. That was awful. My bones were not meant to bend like that. I've never been so sore in my life. We'll board the place up and say there was a gas leak. There, I fixed it. I suppose I'll have to find another place for me and Rosalina to stay. This was such a disaster. I'm so sorry to have brought you all into that house. I should have left the place to rot.
You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez.
I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. Is there a Cato around? Sorry, just a second.
Fair.
I think Merlin wandered in and then wandered out.
So there are a bunch of explore options here where you actually can only like pick one. It's that same thing as before, where if they sound like they're kind of the same thing but different approaches, then it's...
Hey, that's the one I was saying before. I couldn't trust that ghost to hold its end of the deal.
I was thinking about that.
Yep.
When you said it.
Yep. I couldn't trust that ghost to uphold its end of the deal. It used all of you as puppets to try and get to us. Who's to say if it actually would have went away? Exactly. I'm not going to negotiate with something under the threat of violence, especially not with something that isn't even alive. Because remember, kids, a contract negotiated under duress is void. I I guess that's fair. It wasn't exactly gentle with any of us. I don't know how I feel about there being this big, dangerous space in town that we're just leaving there. But if anyone should have given something to that ghost, it's Tabitha. Getting not the time.
I know,
Hey.
but I mean, you can tell she gets some of it from her mother.
Hey, we got to set foot correctly, alright. You never even set foot in this town before this week. You barely counted as a Scarlet in my books. And you shouldn't even be paying supernatural debts that obviously belong to someone else.
It's fine. No one's paying this debt right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Oscar.
Yep. It's just a house, and we don't even own it. I'm not going to ask anyone to sacrifice years of their life for the chance of getting a rental back for the government. I don't think the spirit was lying, but it's much stronger now than it was when you made your choice. If you went back in there, I can only imagine its demands of you would be that much steeper. There's no walking this back. Great, then we all, in principle, agree. It's done. Let's move on. I am really sorry we couldn't get rid of your ghost, Scott. Don't apologize. I wouldn't want you to let loose. I wouldn't want you to lose something that important for a rental unit owned by the state. Honestly, if it makes you feel better, I don't think I could have lived with the guilt if you made that choice. Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this kind of thing. The properties we own for the miners, but there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place?
What? You can't be serious. That place is falling apart.
I was thinking, like, you could have put them in the model home. But...
Yeah. I think my thought on the matter, though, is that it's not that nobody's living there, because she's kind of living there.
Yeah. I'm not going to bring it up. You decide to keep Tabitha's getaway a secret. Also because I want to see the old Maxwell place.
Fair.
Look, I'll tell you what. I won't even make you pay rent for the first month. So charitable. Jesus Christ, kid.
Yeah. I mean, she learned it from the worst.
Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived there.
That's funny. I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost.
Your cousin furiously pulls out a key ring before picking one off and handing it to Oscar. Thank you. This really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Now, if all of you don't mind, I'm going to go home. I think I've had enough social interaction for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car.
Like I said, it's not like she hasn't ever done anything to deserve the negative commentary and stuff she gets, but she did definitely learn it from watching her even worse mother.
Yep. I need 2 seconds to check the thermostat. 1 moment.
Hey. But yeah, we're...
Okay, good. Sorry about that.
No worries. I was all prepared to go into entertain your stream for you mode.
Oh, that's okay. Well, now I could have put the cat cam on. Because somebody's sniffing around. Yeah, that's right. Aw. You ready for your close-up, Mr. Merlin?
Artemisia, like, time to call the Roman Catholic Church. It's funny, because when you talk to the priest, before you go ghost hunting, you can be like, hey, so there's this ghost hunt. Do you want to come exorcise it for us? And he's like, bye!
Was that our preacher friend who can talk to animals, or no?
Yeah, that was one of the things where I was like, don't go too far down that road, because he will nope the heck out of the conversation.
Yep.
It's pretty clear that he is spooked by the idea of ghosts.
To think that ghosts are actually real. So...
I know, but however, also it's interesting because if you say something that is about demons, he'll like freak out differently. He'll be like, "Oh no, demons! Oh, this is serious. I better go prep some shit."
He didn't give off the vibe of Roman Catholic, but I could be wrong.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I do not think he is Roman Catholic. I don't know what he is, but he does not feel Roman Catholic. You're right. I think he's some flavor of Protestant.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah, because I imagine Catholic Church doesn't have a huge hold in rural North Carolina, but I don't know. To think the ghosts are actually real. Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Actually, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there by herself. That isn't like her. She okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair. That'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Hey, Stella, are you okay? What? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you guys later. She hurries off down the road. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. Stella. I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'll just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised that she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We wouldn't want that cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm sorry, everyone.
Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library now.
There was another carving in there. I wonder if these things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Saying what I'm thinking. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone could stand around here theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare feet. It was pretty scary. That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Johnny for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. And in the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I'm really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people, and the price was just too high. We'll find a way to pick things up.
I know you did everything you could for us, Johnny. It probably was smart not to trust that ghost anyway.
You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. Yeah, I'm sure Aunt Winnie and I can help out too. This is a good town full of good people, Johnny. We won't let this ruin Oscar. Were you all conscious the whole time? Everyone else glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. So what do we do about the library?
We can always board it up until the ghost goes away, right? The mines were boarded up, and that just made us want to go down there even more.
We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, that'll just make them want to investigate for themselves. Maybe Tabitha had the right idea. Maybe we just say there's a gas leak. Sybil, is there a chance this goes away on its own? I'm not really an authority on these things, but it doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, it's settled then. We board it up and we say there was a gas leak. And just hope that no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. Yeah, I feel like closed for a gas leak is not one you want to mess around with, right?
Yeah, certainly way fewer people will mess around with
Although
that.
certainly a mine closed for collapsing is one you wouldn't mess around with either, but here you are.
I mean, if you have someone telling you, it's fine and it hasn't collapsed in like 100 years, I can see dumbass teenagers, but like gas leak, even a lot of dumbass teenagers will at least hesitate at a gas leak.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what was it like being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them.
Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. None of this is your fault, okay?
I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory. You poor souls, I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out and I don't want to keep Alexis's parents up too late. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, okay? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go... Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Johnny. Sybil leaves you and catches back up to her daughter. You can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Mom. What was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I have never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Just let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit the tea's been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. You have any idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. I'm sorry, I didn't know things would be like this. I mean, it's not your fault, and I feel a lot worse for Oscar and Rosalina than I feel for myself. I'll see if there's something Aunt Winnie can do to help them out. At the very least, I can help them spruce up their new place with some plants. Aw, I know it wasn't exactly the kind of evening we thought it would be, but I'm glad I got to have the experience. My body hurts, my soul is unsettled, but I would honestly do it all over again. Thanks, Johnny. I really appreciate you inviting me along. Anyway, I better get home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's events and your decision to leave the haunting intact. 1 second. Okay. I'll check that later.
We're real close to the end at this point.
That's what I figured. Do you think we did the right thing? Second guessing yourself? Don't waste your energy. I think you hit the nail on the head earlier. That ghost was out for our blood, and there's no way we could have trusted it to play fair. So for the record, yeah, I think we did the right thing. So I guess ghosts are real, huh? Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty terrifying to think about. That's healthy. Make sure you hold on to that fear and stop investigating weird stuff around town. Clearly, every time you do, it ends really, really poorly. Stay scared, stay safe. Ride in silence. You ride back in silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. Is this one where I'm only going to get one, or do I get them all?
I think you can get up to 2. It may depend on which ones you choose, but like you can't get all of them. But I think because you'll be able to get several, more than one. But prioritize just in case.
How did you know to call Sybil? Who else would I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Oh, so now you're not a narc. Good.
I've just never had any respect for the cops.
I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? I do want to know about Wayne, but I think more than that, I'm going to ask about Stella. Do you think Stella's okay, like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. I think she'll be fine. Oh, we got at least one more. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. So Wayne's a he now? Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm exhausted and I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it anyway? Either way, he's bad news and you should best steer clear. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Just... Okay.
Don't ask her if she killed him.
Yeah, I agree.
I will just tiny bit spoil that. If you hang out with her with Street Smart, you can follow a path of dialogue options where, like, she says that she genuinely doesn't know what happened to him, and it confirms that she's not lying. There is definitely more here that she knows that she's not telling, but nothing she's saying here is explicitly a lie.
I don't know about you, but I feel pretty traumatized right now. Ah, that's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Johnny.
No, I guess you did get to do all of them. Oh, you know, it was probably because neither of you sacrificed anything.
Hang on a second. Oh, no, he's fine. Hey, bud, I just didn't know what you were scratching at. You're good. You can go back to playing with your toy.
Aww.
Cat. Bored cat. wants me to stop playing so I can pet him and use the ribbon toy so that he has something to kill. But anyway. Alright, what is going to happen in the library? It'll stay boarded up until a real ghost hunter comes in or something. Maybe Charlie will just get fed up and disappear. I don't know how ghosts work. And it's not our problem right now anyway. The important thing is we both got out of there, and even though everybody got banged up, nobody died. I'm not even going to charge Scott and Rosalina much rent for the old Maxwell place. Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm sure they'll find something soon. You said you weren't going to charge them for the first month. But...
Well, for the first month.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will be resolved.
What she will consider a prorated rate for the rest of the time they're there.
Considering that place is borderline condemned anyway.
It's not great. It's not great. It's not a good look.
Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. Then the bus comes. I mean, I would like to stay in touch after all this is done. Maybe we could do that. It has been kind of lonely being the only Scarlet in our generation. It'd be nice to have someone else in the family. We'll see how things go. Anyway, good night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed.
Yes, and the end is upon us.
Ah, okay. Back to spooky voice, I'm sure. Actually, let me take this down a little so you can see my face while I talk. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you are just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Woof.
And that was day 3.
So are there really going to be 7 chapters?
Uh-huh.
Wow,
One for each
okay.
day. They've been coming out on roughly every 6 months, although this one was later than they planned because, because it's chapter 4, because it's a kind of a beast.
Sure.
I do still have
achievements unlocked: Tequila Sunset, Resonance, and Beast Boy.
Yes, because of you get achievements for all the different skills.
Okay.
So yeah.
Episode 4 awaits. It's time to save.
So it estimated since episode 4 came out beginning of December, episode 5 will be out before the end of this year. But it's more complicated the longer they go. So.
Cool. But that's exciting. It means we're close to finishing this part of the run for Sunday Scaries, which is good.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to break the next chapter at least in 2, possibly into 3. We'll see. But...
Yeah, and I've got things to discuss with you about the future of Sunday Scaries anyway, but I'll do that off stream. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. So, thank you, Artemisia. Thank you, Tapao. Thank you, Pukara. Thank you. Did we take anybody else? Do we know?
Don't remember anyone but Artemisia and Pukara. Tapao was. Did you mention?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And the biggest thank you of all to Hanapengu. Hang on.
Oh, thank you. Also, just because I want to say it, good night out there, whatever you are. Yes. We've been watching Count Duckula.
Yep. So, hang on. Okay. There's the shout out I was trying to do a minute ago. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's call it a night, everybody. Until next time, keep it spooky.